Famous poker pro Shawn Sheikhan, who gained prominence after his impressive performance at the 2005 WSOP main event, has been handed a prison sentence in a federal case related to his involvement in running an unlawful cannabis dispensary in the vicinity of San Diego from 2019 to 2022. In this video, we'll look at the details of Sheikhan's crimes and the repercussions of his actions. Shawn Sheikhan and his co-defendant, Sabrianna Williams, confessed to running Cannaland, a name for their illicit unlicensed cannabis distribution operation from 2019 to 2022. It also acted as a dispensary with its own direct-to-consumer business, supplying cannabis goods to other unlicensed shops in Southern California, primarily those around San Diego. On April 7, 2021, law enforcement officials carried out a search warrant at a 3,400 square foot establishment in Spring Valley, California, which Sheikhan was involved in operating. During the search, authorities seized over 3,000 pounds of marijuana valued at approximately $6 million on the street. Additionally, 5 firearms were confiscated during the operation. In October of 2023, Sheikhan's legal representatives submitted a memorandum to the court hoping to convince the judge, Kathy Ann Benchivengo, to drop the prison sentence in favor of probation. Notably, Poker Hall of Famer Maury Eskandani, along with others, wrote a supportive letter on his behalf. Eskandani writes, "Shawn has told me about the serious federal crimes he has pled to and has expressed serious remorse. I would like to let you know that Shawn has always treated me and others with respect." Eskandani's letter was one of 6 sent to Judge Kathy Ann. Shawn's attorneys contended that a downward variance is justified. In other words, the defense argued that the court should impose a milder penalty than the standard sentencing guidelines typically applied to the crime he committed. The argument for a downward variance in sentencing rests on several factors like Sheikhan's remorse for his actions, acknowledgement of the crime, support from Eskandani and other individuals, and the fact that certain marijuana laws have been modified or cited as the basis for his request. Sheikhan's legal team contends that a probationary sentence would serve as a deterrent against future criminal behavior and emphasizes that he does not pose a threat to public. The document also highlights Sheikhan's numerous health problems, such as degenerative disc disease, as a factor that does not justify incarceration. Furthermore, the 54-year-old has already surrendered $191,000 in cash and property, which is now in the government's possession. The attorneys had requested the court to consider this forfeiture as an extra form of punishment when determining the sentencing. However, the Honorable Judge Kathy Ann informed Shawn on November 3rd that he would be serving the next 48 months in prison instead. It could have been worse for Sheikhan, who initially faced up to 40 years in prison and a fine of up to $5 million. While prosecutors sought an 8-year sentence, the 4-year term Judge Kathy Ann selected nearly split the gap in sentencing recommendations. In addition to the prison sentence, Sheikhan voluntarily surrendered almost $300,000 in cash, primarily in form of casino chips obtained from different poker rooms. Sheikhan is still at liberty on self-recognizance. However, he is required to surrender himself either to a federally designated Bureau of Prisons facility or a U.S. Marshal's office on January 8, 2024. The 4-year sentence will not be appealed, as indicated in a docket minute note stating that Sheikhan voluntarily waived his right to challenge the sentence ruling. Upon his release from prison, Sheikhan will be placed under 3 years of supervised probation, subject to standard probationary conditions.